Hare Krishna. The other day I was going to write about suffering in general and searching for the meaning of suffering, the root of all suffering. And I was shocked. I typed in, what is the root of all suffering? What is the origin of all suffering? And you type that into Google, and it's just shocking how little there is on it. It's shocking how much disinterest there is on the topic. Like, why don't people care about why they're suffering? Everybody's suffering. Everybody's having a hard time struggling through life. And nobody stops to think about, okay, what's really going on here? Why am I suffering? Why is there so much suffering and struggle in the world? This is a strange thing, isn't it? Why not search out the root cause of all your suffering? And that's what happens when you take a little more serious interest in life. If you take to the yoga path, it's about asking about what's really going on here. Shouldn't you at least try to find out? Is there something I should know that I don't know, which is making me suffer? Do we really have to struggle so much? Do we really have to suffer so much forever? Or is there something I can actually do to stop this? So it's fascinating that people aren't interested in this topic. And you know why? It's because they're just too busy running around dealing with superficial things. They're too busy. They don't see the forest for the trees. They're just too busy running around. You don't see what's really going on. So if you stop and actually investigate the subject, it's been talked about. Great souls have come down to talk to us about these things. This information is out there. There really is a root cause of all your suffering, and you can really do something about it. It's not some there's nothing I can do. No, you can really change your life dramatically. In the 3T path, I give these tools and this information to change your life dramatically. You can do this. This information is out there, and it's within your reach, and it's not difficult, and everybody can do it. But it's fascinating. People just aren't interested in it. So look into it. Why are you suffering? What's the root cause of all suffering? What's really going on? How can I change it? You can't change things on a existential level without giving up your life, without changing things, but you can actually tweak life. You can start changing things, the way you go about life, that will dramatically change your experience of life. This is one of the key points of the 3T path. You can dramatically change how you live. And it depends on you, and it doesn't depend on anybody else. You don't need money, you don't need wealth, you don't need friends and contacts, you don't need to be born in a certain place or in a certain sex. No. It's really just up to you, and you have enormous power to change your life by changing the way you go about life, by changing your consciousness, the way your mind works. You have this enormous power to change your life. We should look into it, and we should urge other people to look into it. We should make this a subject. Let's all figure this out, guys. We can make life better. We don't have to keep suffering forever. Let's stop running around. Stop dedicating your life to just putting out one fire after another, and find out what the root cause of all the fire is. And then you can focus on a real solution, which will bring you real results throughout your whole life. That's what we're inviting people to do. Hare Krishna.